Hi guys, it's LpsHoney and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be putting the Petfluencer pairs to the test with their G2 counterparts. We're going to be comparing things like the price, designs, and overall accessories you get with these packs, just to see if these G7 pets can hold up against the OGs. For this video, we're going to be comparing the G7 Petfluencer Pairs 2-pack containing the otter and dolphin to this original 2-pack containing a bear and owl. I have actually unboxed this specific pack in the past, so if you want to see like a full-on detailed video about them, you can click the link up here or in the description down below. Originally, I was going to try and keep these pets in the box, but because the elastic has corroded so much, everything just falls over every time I try and stand it up straight, so I thought what better way to properly take it out of its box permanently than to compare it to these pet pairs. So let's get started with our very first category, which is price. I do live in Australia, so all of these prices are going to be in Australian dollars. However, I will try and put conversions to US dollars on screen for my international viewers. A brand new Petfluencer Pairs pack will cost you at the least $24 with a regular price of $25. The cheapest I could find it for was $24 at Big W, but most stores seem to be carrying it for around $25. This 2-pack from 2008, however, was only $10.50. As you can see, it has the original price tag on it from Kmart back in the day. Now, of course, we do need to take into consideration inflation over the years because there is quite a large gap in time between these two packs. If you convert it online, $10.50 in 2008 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $15.23 today, an increase of $4.75 over 16 years. So even with inflation, the pet pairs cost an additional $10. Not taking inflation into consideration, they are $15 more expensive, but I will give them the benefit of the doubt and take inflation into consideration with the price comparison. And I'm gonna be completely honest, it's a little bit disappointing. Before G7 pets were even officially released in stores, there were a lot of articles interviewing Basic Fun about the release of new LpsHoney. And in one of those interviews, which I actually covered, Basic Fun themselves said that LPS would be coming back at their original prices. Meaning, even with the inflation, this pack should only cost $15 at the most. Obviously, I'm not in the manufacturing side of these LPS. I don't know the costs of making them and importing them to different countries, so that could very well play a factor in the price rise. But I do just really wish Basic Fun hadn't come out and said, hey, the pets are going to be the same price as they were back in the early 2000s, when they aren't. Some packs are incredibly close to their original price, however, like the 2-pack pairs. They come with 2 LPS and 3 small accessories, I believe, and those are definitely worth the price. In my opinion, they are the best bang for buck when it comes to the new G7 LPS. But for this first comparison, I have to give it to the original G2. It's a lot cheaper, and just looking at them, you can tell it comes with a lot more. Which leads me on to our next comparison, what's included. Our G2 pack, we get a total of 9 small accessories, 4 medium accessories, and the 2 LpsHoney. For our G7 pack, you get 3 small accessories, 1 medium accessory, and 2 LpsHoney. I think we can all see that the G2 pack comes with a bunch more accessories than the G7 pack, but they both do include some little additional items as well. The G2 set has this very nostalgic pamphlet. By the way, this was definitely at the prime of LpsHoney. They were releasing every product known to man, from digital pets to carry cases, teensies, even video games. I definitely think that's something to take into consideration. This was their heyday, whereas G7 has pretty much just begun. For the G7 goodies, you get a modern collector's pamphlet. The G7 pamphlets definitely seem more focused on collecting the LPS than showing all the different products that they make, which is understandable because they have just recently relaunched, so they don't have a lot to advertise yet. Also get a collector's card. It's pretty decent quality, and if you're into collecting little things like this, it's pretty cool. And lastly, a virtual code for the Roblox game. Feel free to redeem this code on screen, as I haven't used it myself. The Petfluencer pairs also come with this. It's a postcard and I definitely have mixed feelings about it. In the Australian release of the Petfluencer pairs, our postcard is bent. On each corner it has a bend line and it's kind of part of the box. Whereas in Canada, where the Petfluencers first showed up, they were actual postcards. Yeah, I love the postcard idea, I think it's really cute, but the fact that the Australian released ones are much bigger and have these bend lines in them kind of takes away from it being a cute little background and kind of just more looks like part of the packaging. If Basic Fun continues to do these, I would hope they just do the smaller version and not this version with the bigger lines through it and everything. It just takes away from the nice clean little postcard. My little spiel about the postcards is my own opinion, but I feel like most people would agree with me on that. So that's everything you get in both of your LPS packs. There's definitely more accessories in the old one, so again, I gotta give it to the G2s, but I am really hoping that moving forward, G7 starts to produce more accessories. For the first half of this year, I'm definitely being more lenient towards G7 because they've just relaunched. Building a brand up again really does take time, but there has been quite a few repeats of accessories, or just a lot of accessories in general, like these Petfluencer pairs, compared to the OG LPS where you got like triple the accessories for cheaper. Again, like I've mentioned a billion times, we are comparing Heyday LPS to recently relaunched pets, so there has to be a bit of leniency there, but I would really love to see more accessories as the brand grows and kind of finds its ground again. Let's talk about our third category though, the LPS themselves. For this comparison, I'm going to be comparing the bear with the otter as well as the dolphin with the owl. Also with the LPS comparison, this is really going to come down to my personal preference. If I like one animal more than the other, of course I'm going to prefer that pet, but I am going to try and compare the designs and be kind of fair, or as fair as I can be. Between these two right now, my personal go-to would definitely be the bear. I really like the more muted, softer colors of this G2 bear against the really bright, striking eyes. I also love the small details they included of the paws being painted and even tiny little claws on its hands. It also has everyone's favorite, the personality type in the eyes. These are messiest pets, so they have little paint splotches in their eyes, and the overall paint job is very crisp, very clean, and just overall a really adorable design. Comparing that to this otter, I want to say that I don't dislike this otter. I actually think it is a very cute pet, and it does have muted colors, but definitely not as muted as the bear. I also think because the otter has darker eyes, it doesn't really strike out as much as the bear, and that's something I would have liked to have seen. Noticed a lot of the G7 pets have quite muted eye colors or darker eye colors, and while it definitely works for some LPS, pets like this otter I think would really benefit from having brighter colored eyes. The overall design is nice though, and the paint seems really clean. I don't see any paint going outside any of the lines, and they did put some additional small details like the ears being painted, and of course the personality marks now being on his little like thighs, I guess, on each side. I guess you could almost say they have a similar mark. Now some people are definitely going to prefer the otter, and that's completely understandable. Like I said, it is a very cute pet, but when I compare it side by side with the panda, I have to go with the panda. I still absolutely adore him, and I think he's a very cute design, especially when you put on his included accessory. Now, these very goofy little glasses, they're actually a new accessory which I love seeing from Basic Fun. It has a starfish and some shells on the side, very ocean themed to go with the pack. Now for our other comparison, the owl versus the dolphin. I like this owl. I think the colors are really pretty. It matches the muted colors that the bear had with this kind of pastel lilac color on the face and chest, and I like Owl LPS. Like, I even bought one recently. I have nothing against the mold. I think this one's very cute. The purple and aqua go really well together. But when you compare it to this, there is no competition. The bear and otter might have been close, but this dolphin knocks the owl out of the park. The design team really put effort into this dolphin, and it shows with all the beautiful little intricate details on the body, the swirls, the spots, the gradient effect from aqua to pink, but also the super pretty sparkly fin. The glitter color is a chef's kiss. It honestly reminds me of cherry blossoms. It's just such a pretty pink color. Design carries through to both sides pretty flawlessly. I can't see any painting mistakes, which is really nice because there is such small little swirl details. If you're a bird lover, I don't blame you for choosing the owl. She's so cute, but the dolphin really is just undefeated in my opinion. Side by side, they just all look cute together. I think we can all agree that whether or not you prefer G2 to G7, it's just great to have pets back in general and see new designs coming out. There are definitely things I hope get improved, like more original accessories and just more accessories in general, as well as more animal varieties. I don't think the LPS community is ever going to stop protesting for main 5 pets till Basic Fun releases them, but other than that, I'm just happy that they're back. So that concludes my comparison between G7 and G2 LPS packs. Let me know what your opinions are and which set you personally preferred. Obviously, I did have my own opinions in this video, but I'd love to hear from you guys as well. You definitely don't have to agree with what I said, and I'd love to hear your reasoning if you do disagree with my opinion. I really enjoyed doing this. This was my second Petfluencers pack I've opened. I have one more to go, so I'm really excited to open that one eventually as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and kind of found it a bit informative to see the differences between the Prime of LPS and the relaunch. If you enjoyed this video, like always, please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I will see you next time with a new video. Bye guys!